Our research at the Karlsruhe Institute of Technology on active biological system models will help cardiac surgeons tailor their diagnosis and treatment approaches. This will avoid unnecessary procedures. My name is Laura and I'm a PhD student for about 1 year now. I'm considering different finite element approximations for the fully coupled electromechanical model of the human heart.
I'm Jonathan and I'm working with Laura within the KIT Center MathSEE in Method Area 2, Mathematical Modeling, Differential Equations, Numerics and Simulation, on improving the coupling between the different physics domains in our model. I studied mechanical engineering, so my focus is mostly on the mechanics of the heart and the interaction with the electrophysiology. We are developing and evaluating robust coupling schemes for models of the cardiac electromechanical multiphysics, multiscale and multidimensionality system. And this multiphysics approach could be a valuable research tool contributing to tackle complex diseases. For this reason, a whole heart model formulation comprising of active electrophysiology, cardiac mechanics and also circulatory function is needed. Furthermore, we are working on an efficient and scalable numerical implementation of this model, as well as on convergence analysis of the approximations in both space and time.
We use finite elements to approximate and discretize our heart's geometry. The wave propagation and the deformation are solved at a tissue level using the finite element approaches. They use different mesh resolutions with a finer mesh for the electrophysiology. On each node we solve ordinary differential equations to calculate the ionic currents and the ion concentrations in the cell based on the propagation of the electrical wavefront we get from the monodomain or bidomain model. Based on these concentrations, the contractile forces are generated as a result of the increased calcium concentrations using a sophisticated sarcomere model informed from experiments. This so-called active tension is used to calculate the deformation of the heart. The pressures and volumes inside the heart's chambers are calculated using a closed-loop lumped parameter model.
The research we're doing is highly interdisciplinary. We need to have knowledge and skills in cardiology, engineering, computer science, math, and so on. It's not possible for a single PhD student to be an expert in all of those fields, and that's why it's really helpful to have access to the mathematical knowledge of Laura and her colleagues.
It is also very helpful to have this continuous exchange to help each other with problems in the code implementation, for example by the help of specific parameter fittings and studies. Furthermore, the different viewpoints are helping to have various ideas to find these possible errors and even to improve the code to get a realistic physiological whole heart model.
When pushing the frontier of computational modeling and simulation, it's invaluable to have an interdisciplinary team bringing together cutting-edge methodological expertise with in-depth domain knowledge. Problems like ours can hardly be solved by tackling only from one angle.
In particular, the approximation of realistic scenarios are computationally very demanding, so that efficient parallel solution methods and modern discretization schemes are required to obtain accurate results and for fitting the material parameters to experimental data. The MathSEE approach guarantees that mathematical scientists and application scientists that are working together, combined expertise then guarantees that the problem is viewed from different angles and that all facets of the problems are covered.
If you are a mathematician developing methods or a sea scientist applying computational approaches, we invite you to share your research challenges and join us at the KIT Center MathSEE.